I can still shoot. Dude, I'm all good, dog. Keep repairing me.
Oh, this is great. Hold on. Let this thing cool down. Oh, dude, I can actually see how well I'm repairing it. Dude, this is like massive point fest. This is like cheese.
What's happening, Doom?
Yo, what's going on YouTube? Doom49 here, and I was playing with Russian Badger over there with the tanks, and I was kicking up a lot of dust with repairing that tank there. It was pretty funny stuff, but anyway, I'm going to be showing you some Rush on Seine Crossing. I can't even pronounce it there. I kill a guy, knife another guy, and I start shooting these guys with my G36 in the back there. It's not enough. Got to pull out my pistol to kill this next guy, and then look at this guy. He's coming up on me. I got to jump off to the side to finally kill him, and I'm going on the flank route. And guys, I want you to pay attention to my left hand. Look at this. This is something amazing. Look at that. I got a golden watch. I don't even know if it's a Rolex, but I am damn curious to know what kind of a watch I'm wearing. But anyway, I'm going to be talking to you guys about how you cannot be a one-man army going on the flank route. I guess a lot of people would call this playing as going for the frags and not the objective gameplay, but you'll be seeing how it's not necessarily just going for the frags on my end, but it's also I'm going for the objective. But I want to point out to you guys how you really have to change up your play style than you would have in Bad Company 2, and I'll explain my thought process in this. But look at this, I stole their tank, I'm going in, and I'm taking a turn here, and I like I mentioned before, guys, I really don't know how to pronounce the name of this map, Seine Crossing. Don't even know how to pronounce it. Maybe you guys know how to say it. Leave it in the comments below and I'll figure it out. But anyway, I'm going to be showing you some Rush here, and I'm playing as the Sniper Planet. I was spawn beaking on the bottom of the bridge there. That works really good for helping your squad mates to spawn there, and I am using an 870 with the frag rounds, and look at how beautiful this is. Going on the flank route, pay attention to that, the flank route. Now I start going in, kill that guy right there, ignore the other guy because I know my teammates was shooting at him. So I went in, killed this next guy, killed another guy right on the front here, and look at this, this is beautiful. They all have their backs to me, and I'm just taking them all out, and I'm going to plant that MCOM. And if you notice right here, now my teammates are coming in from the front, and this is the problem for this. Previous to this, what was happening was my teammates were staying at the front, shooting the enemy back, and they weren't able to get in until I got on that flank route to take out the enemies, and they were totally distracted by my teammates, so it worked out really well. It was one of those silent teamwork things, and I'm going to show you guys how this is important to keep in mind, the silent teamwork. And look at that, we end up getting the MCOM right at this point here. My teammates are pushed up with me, and we managed to get that. It's beautifully worked out. Now I'm going to switch it back, and I got to tell you guys something. I am not the greatest tank driver in the world, so I am going to be losing this tank in a bit. And I do take out these guys, but I want to let you guys know something. I got my new microphone. You can definitely hear it. The sound quality is a lot different, and I love it. It's amazing. It's the Blue Yeti microphone, and it's working really good for me. Now, another thing I want to tell you guys is I'm going to be doing a lot of live streaming from now on, because a lot of you guys were asking me, you wanted to see like full gameplays. And by the way, guys, I'm leaving the live stream link to it in the bottom and on the screen right now for you guys to go check that out and follow me on that, and you guys can watch my live streams. And like I said, the reason I'm doing it is because a lot of you guys asked me to do full gameplays, and I don't know if you know this, but Battlefield 3 full gameplays are like 20 minutes, and I cannot do a 20-minute commentary non-stop. It is just too long. As much as I try to cut it down, it's just too much to even do. So I figured I'll do a live commentary for you guys to see it, and how you guys can even talk to me live there in the chat, and even play with me, because you guys can add me to friends, and I'll be able to play with you guys, and you'll be in that live stream with me. Now, this is where I'm talking about where I end up losing the tank. I get stuck right here. I don't even know what to do. I start killing. I kill off these guys. Or actually, I kill off this guy and damage the other guys, and then I bail out at the last few seconds before it blows up, and I have to run off to the side, and it finally blows up. And this is something I want to point out to you guys. Unless you have the Iron V equipped, and you can probably tell from my previous video how overpowered that thing is. You can literally see everybody on a map. But unless you have that thing equipped, you really have to play it smart and peek with your shoulders. And by peek with your shoulders, I mean don't over peek a corner. And by over peek, I mean don't run out like Tarzan like I'm doing right here. And you really want to peek out only a bit at a time every time. And look at that, I see one guy, I realize it's I can't kill him because there's another guy close to me, so I have to quickly switch to kill that other guy closer to me. And I cut out my death so I can get in here and show you this part. But like I said, you want to cut out your corners, and you can see here I'm quickly scanning my sides before I move in. And the point being is you don't want to scan too much. You want to cut your scanning sectors to being a lot smaller so you can take that out. Now anyway, I'm going to be talking about this, of how you have to change your gameplay set, and you have to be a little bit like Captain Joe. I like to camp a lot. or Captain Camps a lot. That's pretty much what you gotta play for covering the MCOM. And I'm not that type of guy. I'm the type of guy to go for the MCOMs. Now look at this. I go here and I try to defuse that MCOM, but look at that. My teammate defuses. So I'm like, okay, oh crap, they got the other MCOM. So let me run there. And now I'm not saying that this is a poorly designed map. This is a really well designed map for that full gameplay of the 62 or 64 man servers. I can't even remember right now, but yeah, it's meant for those type of maps. So I'm running there, and by the time I get there, my teammate dies who was trying to defuse it, and the MCOM blows up. So really, you can't run from one MCOM to the other. In Bad Company 2, you were able to do that. So what I'm trying to say here is, you really have to dedicate yourself to one MCOM and hold it, and hope to God that your teammates are covering that other MCOM. And that pretty much is how you want to do it. Now you could do the flank routes on one of your MCOMs, and I'll be showing you that later on here, but you gotta make sure that you're holding on to that one MCOM, because look at that. I come back and the enemy planted on that first MCOM that I was covering, and by the time I try to get in there, they end up taking it. It was too late for me to cover it. I mean, you gotta clean out your corners before you even try to defuse, otherwise you're gonna die before you even defuse. But anyway, cutting it up here, switching it up, going a little bit faster, so now you can see I'm on the flank route. So my gameplay, like I mentioned, and by the way, look at that, they already planted the MCOM, and I'm wondering why the heck my team isn't able to hold off the enemy and defuse that MCOM. But, like I was saying, I'm that type of guy that likes to go on the flank route and cut off the enemy's flank route. So basically, like I showed you earlier, one of the flank routes you want to take is through that riverside and get into that AMCOM. Well, one of the things I want to do is I cut off that, if I'm defending, I cut off those flank routes. So I'm trying to do that right now. I'm cutting off the flank routes. I'm going in from behind, killing off as many guys as I can, and I'm realizing, you know what? It's getting too dangerous because they are taking those MCOMs. So I figured I might as well just clean off as many more corners as I can before I move back to get to that MCOM and defend it. But I finally killed these two guys, and look at this. As I'm going up here, look what ends up happening, and right there it is. The enemy planted the MCOM. So now, and pay attention to where my team is scattered. They are really scattered far and not near that MCOM. So it's kind of like, dude, where's my team? And you really need a good team. So pretty much you need to play it as the silent teamwork that I mentioned, where you find a squad mate or a teammate that you silent teamwork it out with and try to defend that MCOM. And I'm going in here, and look at this. The only chance I had for defusing that MCOM, the guy kills me, and my teammates were only around the MCOM. They weren't even putting in an effort to get in. They were just holding back, afraid to die. Now you really gotta take that risk and try to go for that MCOM. And play it smart and play with your team. That's the best I can tell you. Now I know it is pretty bad. It's pretty hard to find a good team, and for the most part it's even harder if you can't communicate with them. But the best thing you can do is silent communicate. And by the way, guys, I don't know if I mentioned this is actually a footage from my live stream, and yeah, like I can actually live stream and record at the same time, so you guys can see. I end up using I'm gonna be ending up using my live streams for my commentary. So yeah, you guys, you should definitely check out my live stream and go check that and follow me on that. Now I'm switching it up here and showing. I'm going to be giving you guys a tip here. If you notice there, that enemy killed off my teammates, and if you don't have the kit, do the kit switch. I know it's a lot slower than in Bad Company 2, but do it anyway to revive your teammates. And I try to revive this next teammate. I'm like, oh crap, I don't have the kit. And by the time I switch to it, he already spawned on me. So I switch back to my gun. I move up here. Now we're going on the flank route, and here's a big mistake I do. This is something you guys want to pay attention to. Do not take a long flank route. I don't realize it until I get halfway through this flank route. It ends up working against me. And by don't take it, you don't want to take it if you don't have a really good team. And for the most part, I'm playing with a bad team. And sorry to say, they aren't the greatest team to play with, because we are losing those MCOMs really freaking quick, and I feel like I'm doing all the work here. So I'm taking this long flank route. I figured I might as well take this flank route to maybe reduce the stress on my team of the enemy pushing up so hard. And look at this. I'm like, hey, I gotta get a dock tag, but my knife completely fails on me, so I have to do like the 3/, kill off his sensor beacon there. And look at that. They planted both MCOMs. Another sniper is trying to kill me. He's completely failing at it. I kill him. I'm gonna go in there now. Okay, look. I'm going for the objective, and this is why you don't want to take the full long flank route, because it ends up really biting you in the ass. And look at that, I finally get in, kill off the enemy who's holding on the flank, get in there, kill another guy. I'm going to keep going, and what do you know, it's absolutely too late for me to even do anything, and we end up losing it. Now another thing I want to tell you guys is, look at this, hold on, look at this. Pay attention to that scoreboard right there. You're going to see it later on, but look at my score there. I have the best score on my team, highest KD in the server, and really it's not about KD. And this is just something to let you guys know. KD is not something that's going to win you matches. It's not going to do it. You might end up getting the best score on your team, but it's not going to win you the match. So really, you might call it. You can totally tell I was playing the objective, even though I had the highest KD. But another thing I want to tell you guys is, one of you guys mentioned to me to do a Battlefield boot camp, and I am actually starting that up. It's going to be like a weekly thing where I upload a video for you guys to see, like little tips and tricks along the way. Kind of like my commentaries, but it'll be a quicker thing and just giving you tips on how to take over an MCOM or a flag. Anyway, guys, that sums it up. Comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you around.